Hello, everybody. This video is very important for all the research scholars who are planning to submit your paper, your article, your research article in any conference. Okay, so don't forget to check these things because this is very important. Okay, so you can find the conferences alerts in this link. Okay, that is this is conferencealerts.com. So here you can find various conference details, conference alerts, where you can even based on the country wise conference details, and then technology wise conference details, you can find it. This is what the homepage. So I'm just going to click here with data mining. You can see various conferences for data mining. Okay, so you can see the list of countries which are offering, which are open the conferences on data mining. Okay, the very first thing which you have to think is like, now we are in December. Okay, that is the December month. So if you are planning to submit your article in any conferences, that is if you are not yet started to write the paper or the article, then you have to check 2 to 3 months later. Okay, so you have to check what February month. Okay, February, March, or April. Okay, if your a manuscript is ready, then you can directly go and check with Jan. Okay, this is the very first thing. Second thing is, see, I'm just randomly picking up any one conference and I'm going to show you, walk through like what are the important thing you have to just go see here. Okay, so here you can see this is the 14th international conference on research. Okay, I have clicked this. Okay, this is happening in China, and you have online mode as well. So once you click this, you can see the website here. So very first thing you have to see is what is there in the website completely. Okay, you have to check what, you have to check the data, that is the date when you have to submit, what is the paper submission time and deadlines and everything. Okay, and in which they are going to publish your paper once it is accepted. So here you can see that after careful reviewing process, all accepted papers or after proper registration and presentation will be published in IEEE conference proceedings and archived by IEEE Explore and indexed. Okay, Scopus. So this is indexed in Scopus, and they are publishing all the accepted papers. Okay, this is fine. Okay, and then you have to check the important date. See, this is what the submission date, it's almost over. Okay, it's almost over, so you cannot go with this. So we are going to just go back. Okay, and let us click one more. Okay, let us see one more thing. So the very first thing is what, the date. You have to check whether the date is fine. So I'm going to click this. Okay, and see what is this. This is happening in Japan. Okay, and 5th to 7th December it is showing. Let us see this. So very first thing is you have to see the dates. Okay, that is, what is the date, you can find the date. If you just scroll down, you can see the dates. That is submission date. Okay, submission deadline is over. Okay, so very first thing is you have to check the submission deadline. Fine, we will just go to the next page, and we will look at March or April, something like that. Okay, so I'm going to click here. Okay, this is happening in China. It's an online mode, so no problem for that. So here you can see that once you have joined, you can see what are all the dates. Okay, so let us see the dates. Just scroll down and you can see the dates here. See, full length manuscript submission deadline December 25, so you have the time to submit it. And this is the notification review result when they are publishing, and when you have to submit the camera ready paper. And the conference date is 6th to 8th May 2022. Okay, so anyhow, this is online mode, so no problem, you should not worry about it. This is the very first thing you have to see. You have to check for date. The second one is you have to check for the price. Okay, because we all are doing a PhD, and we have to publish at least 2 to 5 papers. Okay, that is articles, are research articles, so that is expected. So we have to also concern about the publication fee. So you can just scroll and click here submission or anywhere to check what is this public publishing fee. Okay, publication fee, what is the plagiarism. Okay, what how much percentage they're accepting, they are allowing for the plagiarism. um, you have to just go through everything. So here you can see in the join link, in few conference they'll be showing it in the conference registration as a web page link, but here they have used join. So here you can see the price of that, okay, USD $450, and this is yuan dollars. So if you can pay this price, then you can proceed. If this is not possible, then simply please stop and go back and check the some other conferences which is possible for you. Okay, so this is the second thing. Fine, the first one is what you have to check for the date, second is what you have to check for the price, the third one is what you have to check for the paper acceptance rate. So what the thing is, like, once your paper is accepted, whether they are publishing that in any Scopus Index journal, or they are planning to publish in only the conference proceedings with the ISBN number, or they are also sending that to any journal. So that is very very important. Okay, so here you can see that accepted full paper will be invited to give the presentation of the conference, and it will be published in the conference proceedings. Okay, so they are not specifying any Scopus publication here. So in this case, if you are just planning to enhance your knowledge by sharing your idea and to get some more idea on seeing the others presentation, then you can definitely opt for this conference. But if you are planning only to publish your or present your content in the Scopus based thing, then don't go for the conference which is not supporting the Scopus publication. So now I'm just going back to the another conference, and I'm going to show you how to select. So here you can see that it is showing ACM. Okay, so ACM publication, so and IEEE. Sometimes, in conference they will be mentioning this, but you have to check that as well very clearly and very carefully. So I'm just going to click this, and also this IEEE, which is showing like IEEE. I'm going to show you this. Okay, so click here, and you can see that what they are planning to do. So this is what, as I told, the very first thing is what you have to check, what is the submission deadline. So you have the deadline till Jan 10, so no problem, you can proceed with. And the second one you have to check is what the registration. So here in the registration you can see what is the price of that. So what is the price for a single author, okay, that is a regular author. And what is the additional paper cost, you should also be very careful about the additional paper cost. Okay, so you should not exceed 10 pages. In few journals they'll ask only to submit only 7 to 8 pages. Okay, so you should not go beyond 10 pages. If you are planning to print send beyond 10 pages, then you have to pay this extra cost as well. Okay, additional paper cost, so you have to think about this. And if you're okay with this USD, okay, that is this price, 530, 350, 200 USD. Just see what is the online video presentation. In that case, you have to pay only 200 USD. In that case, you can proceed. So this is also fine. Okay, you can go to the submission. In the submission part, you can check few might have I mentioned like what it will be like, where it will be published, and few thing you have to go and see in detail. Okay, so these things you can see what they are trying to expect, what they are expecting. And here you can see the paper template. Okay, so conference info, these things you have to check, like committees is not so required, but you have to see the online, if it is available for the online publication. Okay, and in the home they might have mentioned like what is that is what they are planning to, where they are planning to publish the accepted paper. See, accept a paper will be published in a conference proceedings, which will be indexed by Scopus and submitted to be reviewed by Thomson Reuters conference proceeding citation. So it's a great opportunity. Okay, you can definitely go for it. So this is for Scopus. So accepted papers will be published, so it means that in few things, no, they'll be mentioning like all accepted papers. In here, if you feel like only accepted papers, in the sense what does they mean, in that case you can just go and send a mail, click on the contact, and you can send a mail to this mail ID asking that whether all the accepted papers will be published there. Okay, that is possible. So these few things you have to check for sure. So ensure that the very first thing is what you have to check for the date. Okay, ensure the date of submission and date of presentation. Next one is you have to check for the price. Okay, so what is the money you can pay. Okay, is that feasible for you? Is that okay for you? Okay. The third one is whether what is the mode? Is that an online mode or an offline mode? If it is offline mode, then whether you can travel and present. In that case, if you want to present in an offline mode, then you have to check which is nearby you, at least in your country. Okay. So mode you have to check. And next one is you have to check with what happens if your paper is accepted. Okay. That is publication, where they are planning to publish only in the that is a conference proceedings with the ISBN number, or they are also supporting for Scopus. Okay. In few conference, no, they'll be mentioning like few papers will be published in Scopus. In that case, you should be very very careful. Okay, you have to ask them what few papers, what type of few papers. And in few conference, no, they'll be simply mentioning like all the accepted papers will be published in Scopus journal. You have to ask for the list. Okay, you can mail them and ask the list of papers, list of journals where they'll be publishing your papers. Okay, you have to check whether those journal which they are sending is indexed in journal or not, and how long it is indexed. Okay, I have already uploaded another video for Scopus index journal, how to check whether the journal is really in Scopus, and how to check the clone journal. So that also you have to check. Okay, so even if it is a Scopus index journal, you have to get the list of Scopus. Here in this case, no, what they have mentioned is, what they have clearly mentioned, like this is published as a proceedings itself. Okay, so in this proceedings it will be published, then it is fine. In few journals, no, in few conference, they'll be mentioning like all the papers will be published in Scopus journal. They will not show any list of journals, what are the Scopus journals, they will be publishing that. In that case, you should be very very careful. You have to mail, you can mail them. Okay, definitely they will reply. Go to the contact, you will get the contact details. So in that you can copy the that is email ID, and you can send a mail mentioning that you are planning to submit a manuscript in this conference, in their conference. So what are the Scopus journals they'll be supporting to publish, if how long it will take. Okay, because few journals, no, it will take more time. So how long it will take, when they can expect the publication after. Because of course, in every conference, once your presentation is over, once the conference is over, after that only they'll be sending that to the journal, any other journal, whatever the journal they have mentioned, after that only they'll be sending that. So you have to wait, whether you have to check, you can wait until then, until that is your paper is published. Okay, all these things you have to check. If you have any doubts more than this, you can just send your comments, your questions through the comments. I can definitely help you out. Thank you. Before submitting any article, anything, to even in journal or a conference, check many criteria whether it is satisfying you. Okay, thank you, take care, bye bye.